Okay, so here is the final walkthrough for the Life's Journal app. I do have a cold right now, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully, I can make it through this without coughing or anything like that. But let's get into it. So, you are now able to sign in with Facebook. So if I come in, it will actually see that I've signed into this before. So it will ask me if I want to use this account. I can hit continue, and it will bring me right into my journal that I currently have. I can kind of scroll through here, see my different journal entries. I can see some of these are audio, some are video. I can see the details and everything on them. We are also able to come in here. I can see my email and my password and everything that are signed in with that. I can sign back out. I have the option to sign in with an email, or I can also come in and sign in here. This will error check for making sure that it's a valid email address and also that the passwords match. If I don't want to do that, what I can do is I will use an account that I already have. So we'll just use one of the dummy accounts for the app itself. If a valid email address is not used, it will not let us do that. Password is hidden, so it was as we're typing it will hide that. But then we can kind of log in here. We can get all of our information. So we can see all of our different entries and everything in here as well. So if we want to tap on one, what we can do is we can get that information. We can edit it. So if we edit it, we can actually come in here and start typing, make our changes, save our changes, and then go through there. The other thing we can do is we can come in here and we can delete our entries. And then we can kind of scroll down through here and see that we can delete all of these entries. And once we start deleting these, we'll see them start to disappear. So the other thing we have is we have our audio entries, so we can actually start playing these. You won't hear it if I play it through this, but we can start playing, and it will play that back for you. We can also pause it. We can delete those and everything as well, and cancel those out. Same thing with photos. If I want to edit, I can come in here and I can edit the details. I can share this as well, so I have the different options. I can save it as a PDF to my books. I can share it through Facebook. If I have Twitter on here, I have Slack on here. So I have different options. I can use Evernote. So basically any of these options that will allow these type of files will have you do it. I can also save it to files, and I can save the image. Saving the image will add it to the camera roll. So what I can do is I can actually download this directly to my device, so that way I have it saved offline, and it's not in the repository. It's actually saved as a file. I can do the same thing by going into my text entries. So what I can do is once I come in here to share, I can get my different options that I have for sharing. I can save it to files. I can make a copy of it. I could save it to Dropbox. If I wanted to print it, I could print it. So there are a lot of different sharing options that got added in by kind of using more of a blanketed share. So it gives you a lot more of those options. We have the option to add by text. So what we can do is we can come in here, and it looks like this is actually set on drawing right now. So if I wanted to, I can come in here and I can actually use my pencil and say, hello, this is a handwritten note. And I do apologize for the handwriting. I am doing it very quickly. But if we come in here and save that, essentially what we will get is now we'll come down here and we can go in and say, hello, this is our handwritten note, and we can see that. And then we can go ahead and delete that just like anything else. So we have the option to do text. We also have the option to use our handwriting if we want to do that. We have the option for photos. We can either use the photo library on the device, or we can open the camera. If I wanted to open the camera, I could go ahead and just open this up, our picture, use our photo, and then we can give it a description such as first order, stormtrooper. Save that guy. we'll see that we get our progress bar to let us know that it's being saved. And then once we come down here, we'll actually see that we have our first order stormtrooper, and we can come back in, we can see that, we can delete that, share it, and everything just like before. We also have our audio entry, so we can create an audio entry. We can say we are making this audio entry while recording the walkthrough video. Stop that. It'll give us the option to play it back so we can hear it. We can record over it if we wanted to, and then we can give it a nice detail, and we can say this is our walkthrough audio entry. Save that. We'll see we get our progress bar again to let us know that it's being saved. And then once we come back here, we'll see that we have our walkthrough audio entry that's being added in, and we have that. We have our calendar view. This is going to give us a breakdown of entries that we have when they were added on different days, so we can kind of go through and see the different entries that we had, and then we can kind of see all of those. We can swipe through the calendar months by going left and right, so we can actually see those and make sure what we have set. A couple of these were actually saved like in the past, but we'll see that we have all of these there. We can come into our map view. So the pins, depending on where you're at, are going to kind of go in. So I set the map to be kind of zoomed to where you get a good view, but then it makes it a little easy to zoom in, and we can go in and we can tap on any of these, and we can see our journal entries from those specific locations, and we can kind of see what we got. So that'll give us an idea of all of that. We can also tap on any of these, and we can get our detailed views directly from them. Same thing with the calendar. And then from here, we can also come into our settings. We can change the theme a little bit to match what we want. I can come in here, I can change the font. Say I want to do a chalkboard style font, and for my accent color, I want to do blue instead of red. And then I come back to my journal, we'll see that that gets updated. So then we have our walkthrough entry, we have all of these, so all of that stuff is going to get updated as well. So then we have those. We should be able to go into our calendar view. We'll see that that all gets updated and everything as well. Same thing with our map view. So that'll kind of update the fonts and the theme and everything to kind of match with what a user wants. So that is going to be the current walkthrough for the application where we're at now. In the future, what we would want to do is kind of refine the layout a little bit, add a little bit more to the pencil application part, so that way we can have a little bit more options when it comes to that. So we can say have different colored pencils. If somebody wants to draw a quick doodle or anything, we can also add erasers in. We can also look at refining more settings if it comes out to the user wanting more settings or more options with photos. Another thing would be integrating Facebook and Twitter directly in, so we can share through that instead of using installed apps on the device. So those would be kind of more updates that would come in the future, just to kind of personalize it a little bit better and then kind of streamline some of those actions for some of those users. So thank you for watching, and that is Life's Journal. So go out and make your journal entries.